And we're live! Hey everybody, it is Sunday night, it is a new year, it is Atop the Fourth Wall plays The Outer Worlds. Hope everyone had a happy new year. I'm having a mostly happy new year as I try to do 3D printing stuff for a secondary endeavor that I told you guys about where like I think I told you guys about this last week. That I've learned the hard lesson over the last few years that Atop the Fourth Wall is not super popular in Minnesota. Like, I need to go, like I have successful convention stuff when I go out to, like, the East Coast, maybe the West Coast. You know, places I don't go to very frequently and all that. But, so I've decided, okay, I'm going to start doing Artist Alley stuff outside of, you know, Atop the Fourth Wall stuff. So I'll just, like, you know, start creating merchandise that I can sell there, but I want unique things. Not just, like, you know, the standard, like, 3D printed dragons or whatever, that's some 3D printing stuff. So I'm working on Pokemon keychains, and I want them to be small enough to fit inside of this. I've got a gotcha ball machine here.
I'm sorry, what?
All 3D printed and everything.
Oh, that's cute!
I want a gachapon machine.
And let me... No, get the ball out of there. There we go. Yeah. If this was laying flat, this would be a lot easier. But anyway, ball comes out. Little thing inside of it, little Pokemon keychain. But I started, my test one that I started doing this is for Pikachu. I used a reference photo, I made the artwork for it. Yeah, how's that going? How's that going? The eyes! Every single... I've been readjusting this goddamn thing. I have a pile of prints here. Look at them. There's more of them down there, but I just picked up a handful here. The eyes are too big. The eyes are too small. There's too much bleeding in the features. But, like, I need to make it that way, because if I make the eyes all black, it looks creepy. If the eyes are all white, they look creepy. It's Pikachu! Yep. So... This one has little, you know, it turned out pretty good, but I need to make the eyes just slightly smaller, which is what I'm going to start a print on once the printer finishes the gotcha balls I'm printing. And then this one, which prints flat, which actually looks really good. The problem is if you look too closely, the details are a bit iffy, and there's a little bit of bleed through. I can probably fix that. And what I'll probably end up going with, if I can't get this stupid thing with the elevated features to work. But that's what I've been working on in the background. Because it takes like an hour or two to print one of these things. Mostly because of the filament changes. I've started working on a Gengar.
Gengar. The
Gengar is going to be so much easier. I don't have tiny little whites of the eyes to try to make it work.
Could you make me a Dunsparce?
You have a Pikachu addiction? Why don't you like Bulbasaur anymore? No. The reason why... The thing is, as those of you who know about my terrible art have known before, I'm not a good artist. But I've picked up enough skills that I'm trying to put together... I'm doing experimentation and work with this with simple shapes. And it's much easier for me to work with simple shapes and whatnot and manipulate those and make them work. Pokemon, at least some Pokemon, have relatively simple designs. Like if you look at the actual base artwork, it's not that impressive. It's amateur hour stuff. But it turns out really well in a 3D print. Because you want simpler features for a 3D print.
Yeah.
So it actually works out really well in that regard. And I've adjusted proportions and made it more cute whenever I can. Like, it used to have, like, little paw... Like little digits for the fingers and toes. Vega advised me to make them simpler, so they're now just kind of like nubs. And you know what? That's fine, considering how tiny they are. It makes it work. Voltorb is just an orb. I know. Voltorb is one of the ones I'm probably going to do last because it's so easy. I can just do a red ball and say Voltorb from above.
That's lazy.
But point is, I'm trying to make this work, and I care about quality of the product I produce. And because I care about the quality of the product I produce, I keep running into quality issues that I'm trying to fix.
You should probably introduce the people who are streaming with you.
I should do that, but maybe I won't because you suggested it.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Joining us this evening, we've got Crimson.
Hi, I'm apparently the moral compass tonight. What happened to me?
We've got Eliza.
Wait, where's the moral compasses?
We've got Lotus.
Good evening, everyone.
And we've got Xandru.
Hello, everybody.
But shouldn't easier stuff be first? But shouldn't easier stuff be first? Well, the thing is, yeah, I could print like a gajillion Voltorbs, but I don't see anyone interested in that, and plus it doesn't actually push my skills to try to get to a point where I can do other stuff, whereas a Pikachu is a nice medium, because it's got a round head, it's got round cheeks, the ears are just like are pretty simple to put together, the tail is pretty simple to put together, and the lines for like, you know, its little feetsies are just little ovals and stuff like that. It's actually much easier, it's pretty easy to put together for me, but also builds my ability to do this. I'm gaining experience by doing something that's a kind of a medium range versus starting out with too simple and too small. Also, while I've been obsessed with this thing, this is my hyperfixation right now of trying to perfect this damn thing, I am forgetting about a major announcement which I made on the channel earlier today. But you recall last week how I mentioned that the test DVD failed. Second test DVD arrived. It works.
Yay!
New version of Volume 1 is now available for purchase from the Kunaki store. In fact, I'm a Dumbo. Why have I not linked that in the chat for you, for all you fine people to grab a copy of if you want a new copy? The community post, if you just want a replacement for the cover, the community post includes a link to a high-quality version of that cover you can print off yourself and replace your existing DVDs with.
Okay, there you go.
Let me just post this link in the chat.
All right, while you're doing
Volume
that,
1 DVD. And yeah, we'll get the super chats in just a second here.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, how do I pin? Let me pin the damn message. YouTube, you're killing me here. By the way, the YouTube chat is not working in YouTube Studio. It's just giving me the standard something went wrong message with the monkey.
Yeah, it's really stupid. I tried it with my own thing, and it's just fucking stupid.
And it's not letting me pin the message.
Dumb. Anyway, go ahead, Lotus.
Yeah, read up the super chats.
We got 3. So one is from Chaos Nightmare, which says, curses Linkara to be a Sakai to the Superhero Squad show. The next is Danny Fenlon. Do you think the Federation could have won the Dominion War without the Romulans?
Doubtful.
And Lord AJ of Drucken says, so if, say, if someone ordered a Turtwig or a Fuecoco keychain, could they?
Theoretically, yes, but I don't know if the thing is, I don't know if I can really put these online. I mentioned Etsy before. Etsy, apparently, I've asked some friends of mine who do conventioning stuff with their own artwork and everything like that. Apparently, Etsy shuts you down real quick for copyrighted stuff.
Ah, there you go.
And Mega Timmy Tommy says, does it ever mess you up that Mantis Shrimp can see colors we can never see or imagine?
A little bit, yeah.
Dude, that does kind of mess me up a little bit, not gonna lie.
Like,
Yeah.
I guess in theory it sort of does, but like, we have... You know, dogs have less of a visual spectrum than we do. Colorblind people have less of a visual spectrum than other people, so it's, I guess it's kind of like that.
Cats can't see red.
What can't?
Cats cannot see
cats?
red.
Huh.
That is correct. They cannot.
Dogs can't see red.
Bulls can't see red. The reason why the red cape irritates them is because of the waving, and it's red mostly just to have it stand out in the crowd.
Yeah, that makes sense.
For like bullfighting.
Samurai the Cat says, taking a week off from Steel Ball Run vlogs, and we'll be back for next week. Nice keychains.
Also,
Thank you. This is the Gotcha Ball. By the way, I'm also mentioning this because I do plan on doing a Top Fourth Wall merch with the Gotcha Ball machine as well.
Ooh.
It's just the key. I feel like for an Artist Alley thing, it's a nice, unique little thing here. Like, hey, get your Gotcha Ball. Pay $1, get a keychain. You get to spin the thing and get a unique Pokemon to yourself. I'm probably gonna print these off in like red and white, like as Pokeball orbs. But otherwise, this is how big they are. They're about 2 inches. Screw off cap.
There we go.
Boom, fits inside. It makes a nice fidget toy as well. Yeah.
Cute.
Yeah. I have Butterfinger today. I keep dropping stuff. Anyway, next question.
Oh, we're good. We're up. We're caught up.
We did Samurai the Cats?
Yeah.
Oh, no, we did not. Okay, my bad. Sorry.
I did.
Let's see.
You did, right? I thought you did.
Oh, we did.
Yeah,
Okay.
you did.
So yeah, because of that.
No, we are caught up. I thought Lotus did his job. Yeah, he did. It's fine.
There's a print plate full of gotcha balls.
Lewis, your obsession with Pikachu has rubbed off on all of us, apparently.
I mean, not just Pikachu, it's just Pokemon in general here. It's just the Pikachu is the starter one. And you know what? Doing one that's actually giving me trouble is probably good for me. Because it means that I can work out the kinks now, as opposed to, later on down the line when I'm really screwed.
What I was gonna do.
Fair enough.
So also enjoy. This is one of my Christmas presents. I think I mentioned it. This is a print bed that is much higher adhesion. You really want to do this more for bigger prints than for smaller ones, because I've actually had the bases of prints get ripped off when I try to pull them off because it's that tacky and that sticky. Well, sticky is the wrong word, and stuff sticks to it so much better.
Danny Fenlon, if cats can't see red, what does the laser look like? I mean...
Gray.
White, I suppose. Probably more like white or gray.
Yeah, unless it's like a green or blue laser, because they do sell those.
Yeah, one of the gotcha orbs fell down here. There we go. 1.5 orbs. There we go. All right, let me start this print shop, and then we will get to the Outer Worlds. Last week, piecing our time on that one planet.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
We solved their disputes. We kicked out the cult leader because he was just going to be problems.
Oh yeah, that's right. He insisted that either we give up or he goes down fighting for what he stood for, and he went down fighting for what he stood for.
We gave him every opportunity to just stand down himself without any problem, but he decided on violence.
Also,
Sucks to
cute little
suck.
cat girl says, "Did you hear that DC is planning on making a horror movie about Clayface? What do you think?"
That works.
Yeah, that
I mean, I would want to see a poster or a trailer before I, like...
I'd also like him to appear in Batman beforehand and not try to do the Spider-Man thing with all the villains.
Yeah, the
that
incredibly
was
embarrassing
weird.
Sony Spider-Verse.
I mean, although I think we can all agree we all stand Craven here.
I stand a version of Craven, the one played by Lana Pator.
I also stand a very particular version of Craven.
Yes. A very particular Craven, just not the one in the movie.
Yeah, if you don't know what we're talking about, go after the stream, go to Team 4 Star's YouTube page. It's there.
That just came out of nowhere. Just them suddenly decided, you know what, we're going to do three live-action skits with Lana Pator as Craven.
Right? Like, what the hell happened?
And fighting no-whacking as Spider-Man.
That was amazing. Yes, Friday night, we watched Venom, Let There Be Carnage, and oh my god, what a breakup movie. It was so good. They broke up, they got back together. All is right in the Goo rom-com universe. I can't wait to see Venom: The Last Dance. I'm very excited.
The rom-com universe.
Yes, that's what I'm naming the... Yes, that is what I'm
Goo
naming it.
rom-com universe. I'm just gonna load this gotcha machine full of balls.
Meanwhile, Ben and I tortured ourselves last night by watching Blade Trinity.
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't
by far
remember
the
Blade
best
Trinity being
Marvel
that
movie of the
bad.
night.
Not great, but not bad.
Yeah, it's really not great. It has a couple standout moments, but otherwise it's like I don't...
Okay.
I didn't get mad watching it, but it's like I don't ever need to see this again.
The thing that pissed both me and Zen off was the fact that there's one scene in it that ruins the pathos from the first two.
Okay, well, don't tell me anything, because I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I won't mention it either, because I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, don't tell me anything. I've only seen Let There Be Carnage. Although, I will say, Woody Harrelson just hammed it up and wanted to...
Oh, no, they're talking about Blade Trinity, the third Blade movie.
Oh, yeah, no, I freaking love Blade Trinity. Go on.
No, they hated it.
The scene
Really?
the scene where they reveal that Abigail Whistler approached Whistler before the events of the first Blade movie, meaning that Whistler, believing that he had no one else to live for, and thus he was okay with dying from cancer in the first Blade movie is ruined.
Okay, but I don't think that ruins the entire movie. I mean, Triple H is out. No, that does ruin that, doesn't it?
Triple H was a wrestling match to Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Triple H is probably the best part of the entire movie.
It is really badly edited.
It's also just their Dracula is kind of lame.
He is.
That's not even Dracula. He's Dagon, which is a different character in Marvel.
Ah. Ted Newhub, any chance of Rita's Rewind stream in the future? Probably, yeah.
I call him Brad.
I have no immediate plans for it. Also, there we go. Let me, get the game going. All right, let us continue our journeys through space.
Dagon is mostly a villain for the Conan Marvel stuff. Why is he being Dracula?
Also, I'm getting warm in here, so I'm turning on the other fan.
I call him Brad.
Anyway, for some reason, YouTube will not let me pin the message. So periodically, I'm just going to hold up the DVD for Volume 1 and remind you that the new version of Volume 1 is now available in the Kunaki store.
Yeah, we'll remind them throughout the stream, I'm sure. So
very good. On that note, let's see what we're doing.
All right, sounds good. Also, yeah, fucking Jason Momoa is gonna be Lobo. Hell yeah, let's go! I'm here for this.
Easiest casting choice since Patrick Stewart is Professor Xavier.
Now here's the question:
I was gonna say easiest casting choice since Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man, but
yeah. Easiest casting choice since Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool.
What was that, Lotus?
Is this the James Gunn movie?
Yes, he's gonna be Lobo and Supergirl. Yes.
Okay, no, I was going to say, like, are they gonna do him right? But if it's James Gunn, then yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably. Although I really do like that he's like, he's basically told everybody if it's mentioned, it's canon. So like the fact that Starro was mentioned in Creature Commandos and the events of what the fuck? The events of some of the events of Peacemaker were mentioned in Creature Commandos.
Yeah, so Peacemaker and the Suicide Squad are canon, which I think is mostly fine.
And the thing is I like that he's doing it that way, so that way nobody has any problem. Like, if it doesn't appear, it's not canon for him.
J-Manor Productions, I'm in class right now, so I can't hear anything. I wanted to drop by to say that I hope you have a nice stream. Glad the DVD finally works. Indeed. And, of course, J-Manor Productions deserves all the credit for making this new DVD cover. I'm going to go back from the game just to show it off to you again real quick here. Great job on it.
He did a great job.
Hey, if the Suicide Squad is...
the Suicide Squad.
I was confusing the Suicide Squad with Birds of Prey. Never mind.
All right, so the ones who walk away from Gorgon. So we have a few side quests we could do, or we have this DLC quest. What do you guys think we should be doing here?
I don't know.
Please, sir, may I pin? You want to pin? You want to pin?
Oh my god! Speaking of pin,
literary reference.
Do we want to go to Gorgon, or do we want to do? Actually, you're gonna want to do Gorgon because once you start the City in Stars, that's near the end of the game.
Yeah.
Well, no, I was. That's fine. We weren't gonna. Anytime we have a Fallout type of game, avoiding the main quest is always the main thing to do. We have so many side quests, though. I was wondering if we wanted, if there was a fun thing that people knew we could do that we should prioritize.
Hold on, they're just talking. Okay, Cody's got a thing. What? Go on.
It's just sent Crimson and stuff a webcomic and everything that someone made, talking about everyone in Justice League and stuff, talking about the Flash and Superman and how they're Midwesterners, and it's the weirdest fucking thing.
Everybody talks about how hard it is for Batman to be the one human on a team of metas, but nobody ever seems to talk about how hard it is for the team to be outnumbered by Midwesterners. What is that? Oh, Soup's brought that. I think it's apple pie. Why would you ruin it with cheese? I like apple pie. Let's be real. It would be a hot dish. Let's be real.
Oh, I don't know. That's different. Alright, just waiting for the snow to arrive here tonight. City and Stars and the endgame, still a whole other map to go through. Wait, would this mean the first Suicide Squad is canon?
No.
Also, yeah, people stay safe. I know the winter storm is coming to hit up a whole bunch of the U.S. Surprisingly, not the Midwest. It's just going to be cold here, which, yeah.
Yeah, which is weird for us, but yeah, that tracks. Yeah, no, the first Suicide Squad is not canon because James Gunn said that Suicide Squad has nothing to do with his Suicide Squad, even though he kept some of those characters. And as for Birds of Prey, I don't think it's actually canon either. Although Harley saying that she got road rage in a bank is canon because that actually happened in the Suicide Squad.
Oh my god. Mega Timmy Tommy, who puts cheese on apple pie?
Oh man, Cody just asked the same thing. Weird people, obviously.
To be fair, cheese does go pretty good with apple pie.
If you say so.
I'm not a fan of cheese on, like, anything at all, except for maybe pizza.
Yeah. And
Lotus,
that's only because it's like a vital ingredient to the whole thing. Why have you chosen violence today, Eliza?
Cheese and apples go really good together.
I've only chosen violence because I didn't like Lady Trinity.
Alright. Point is, we're playing the game now. What are we looking for here? What should we do? Should we be doing the side quests and do more Columbo Aidman, or should we try to explore some of these other side quests that we haven't really done yet?
I mean, you could go to Scylla. Okay, I don't know how to pronounce shit. I'm half Canadian. Fuck it. Whatever. Anyway. It's a Greek myth. Yeah, that's true.
Fashion quest, the Ice Palace. The valuable salvage bandit space station. We could salvage stuff. Salvaging stuff is fun.
That's true. We could do that. Let's do that. Apparently, people want to do side quests, so let's do that.
All right, so let's go to the Ice Palace and see what we can find for valuables. Like this is it's basically looting the quest. That's what salvage is.
I'm Shaw. I just want to point this out. Hey, Lewis, it's snowing hard out here where I am, so I decided to watch Winter of '83. Thanks for the nightmares.
You're welcome. Hope you hope you stay warm and safe inside your place. Hope you stocked up on supplies.
Hope you get many nightmares from Winter of '83.
Well,
hope there are no living snowmen.
Well, that goes without saying. Breeze Dorling, New Lewis is rooting for the Minnesota Vikings right now, but go Detroit Lions.
Lewis doesn't watch football.
I don't watch football, but I support my team.
Do you really support the Vikings? You cad.
You root for your team, Crimson. For your home team. If you want to root for whatever Canadian team exists.
There's no football Canadian team because Canadians go hard and play hockey instead.
Exactly. There you go.
Okay, the only football I root for is the Premier League in England, and
I was going to say, whenever the World Cup happens is when I root for football.
All right, Nyoka and Parvati will come with us on this little salvage operation.
I was going to say, you seem to like those two the most.
I do. Parvati especially, just as our constant companion. Sam and Nyoka we can always just swap through.
Mega Bob 452. Most Minnesotans I know root for the Packers. Most Minnesotans you know are traitors.
Speaking of Winter 83, apparently this place is cold, dark, and derelict.
Breeze Dorling. I knew Lewis's room. And we already get that one?
We already got that one.
Yeah.
Okay. Did we get...
I just think it's really funny that, like... Okay, so I work in downtown Minneapolis. And whenever there's a Vikings game, I cannot get out of the city, like at all. It took me an hour to get home. The Monday Night Football game that the Minnesota Vikings were playing, I think it was the Packers, actually. And it was just a nightmare.
So our goal here is to override. We will override the station systems of Sublight, legitimizing Lilia's claim over the salvage. So basically, we need to take anything that's not nailed down beforehand before they can claim it.
And Tia says, Happy New Year, everyone. I'm here to once again highlight the person that made the thumbnail for the stream. He does amazing Minecraft skins and accepts commissions and links in the description.
Why? Oh, man, what is the name of this amazing person who did the title card and has that on offer? Whoa, boy, it's T-Elite. You should... Jesus!
That's all.
Yes, you should, Jesus.
Yeah, don't. Round yellow circle's bad.
Okay. Important safety tip.
round yellow circle's bad.
Stepping on a bomb at that point was ominous.
What did we just tell you?
I didn't see it.
That's true. Some of them are hidden. It's pretty fucked up, actually.
Who sets mines that when you're abandoning a space station? Seriously.
I mean, I would.
Why would you?
You gotta protect your treasure.
The treasure that you're abandoning.
Well, yeah, but
Evidently.
I'd like to use Edward someday.
What happens if
Look, I'm not in the voice chat, so I can't be that blatant in the shilling lol. Yes, you can. You made it.
Yeah.
So saith the Rear Admiral. Oh hell yeah! Who plays GoldenEye? I do. Let's go.
Is this different from the N64 GoldenEye or?
No, they actually on the emulator for Switch, they put the N64 GoldenEye on the N64 emulator.
Nice. Do they have like servers for playing like?
Yeah, you could do multiplayer online. It's great.
Ooh, that is tempting to get.
Ooh.
Yeah, dude. Cody has the Nintendo Family Online package or whatever. So me, Aspiri, and Cody are all on the same package, and we get all the emulators. So it's like Game Boy, Sega, NES, SNES, N64, Game Boy Advance, and like 2 others, I think. It's ridiculous. It's great.
I'll look at that computer, when we actually feel like accomplishing things. Right now, we're looting. This is what we do. Cole Aidman, loot specialist.
Cole Loot Aidman, reporting for duty.
There you go.
By the way, I turned 23 on Thursday. Happy early birthday, Attila.
Happy early birthday!
Yay! Okay, you know what would be a great birthday present for him? Go commission his ass. Go.
Yeah.
No, commission his art, not his butt. What are you crazy?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like his ass.
Okay, you guys, okay, Pedantic Central.
Okay, have you met us? Bunch of pedantic assholes.
It's what we're good at.
How many assholes do we got on this ship?
Yo!
I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
Lewis, we're surrounded by assholes. I'm so glad everybody came with us on that. Beautiful.
But of course.
Okay, so it looks like I actually have to open the doors in order to actually get access to anything. I guess I'll do the actual job.
He sounds so upset about it.
Look, I'm here to loot. That is my primary purpose here. Okay, so this one, you can't open that.
I did.
Cole Loot Aidman, following the will of his master, Linkara.
Ha! We are mercenaries, but our favorite thing in the world is looting, cause it's free stuff, and it's always a surprise. It's like we're getting a present. All right, modified generator made.
A present that belongs to somebody else, but we want it more.
Yes.
All right, maintenance logs. Few facility status reports. Critical issues 1, non-critical issues 2. Critical issue, issue 1. A toilet in the maintenance barracks does not flush. Replacement part ordered 1,243 days ago. Wow.
Oh no!
Yeah, that is critical. Why has they not been? That's years.
That's rude. Actually, how many years is that?
4 years.
Crime.
Oh my god.
Non-critical issues. Sensors indicate Alta Vitae gas leak from storage tanks. Also Vitae gas toxic to humans. That is also pretty thing. Prior to such a non-critical management does not utilize the Alta Vitae gas tank storage room. Yeah. Sensors detected the new laboratory scent air freshener is running low. Repair toilet.
Please.
Error work order already exists. Where was open 991 days. It would last access 991 days ago.
Oh, I see you have activated your holographic shroud, Captain. Excellent.
Did I?
Becoming indistinguishable from an authentic UDL trooper will prove advantageous to your current situation.
Will?
What's going on, Ada?
A UDL vessel has been tracking our position and just recently docked with the station. They are patching into the station's transmission.
I forgot about that.
I cannot stop.
I've been waiting for this day since we tagged your ship in Cascadia, Captain. Wait, for you? No one told me we had security forces deployed on the station already.
Persuaded, my team has already handled citizenship, so your squad can depart. Smuggler has been handled, your team isn't cleared to dock at the station. That's need to know, soldier. Now depart Earth before you're reassigned to sewage detail. Everything's alright, we're fine. How are you?
No, do the Han Solo, yeah.
Yeah, but I can intimidate them.
I can tell you right now what I did in my game, but I won't tell you how it worked. But I did intimidate.
I was the thing I would do, intimidate. Skip. We have the thing. We might as well use it to our advantage and make him seem like and make it like
Nobody's gonna comment on the fact that this person's name is Corporate Commander. Really?
A lot of those are named that, and I love that. Joe reviewed this game, didn't he? I've got to imagine he did.
I don't know if he did, actually.
Now I just realized.
If he has not, then why the hell hasn't he? Alright, what are your thoughts on DC's The Hitman comic series? I've never actually read it. I've only read the Superman issue, and even that has problems.
Oh, yeah, he has, and apparently he did do Corporate Commander, yeah.
Of course he did. It's handed to him. Handed to him on a platter. We're setting a squad up. Negative. We're having a leak here. Very bad. We'll take care of things here and let you know. Anyway, that's need to know, soldier. Now depart for your reassigned to sewage detail.
Who is this? What's your identification number?
Can't be too careful. We hate to leave this location undefended after a close call with outlaws.
Persuade or lie? Order to see. Actually, the readout must be on a delay. Didn't even know about this station. You shouldn't even know about this station.
Thanks for the warning. Last thing I need is to get fined for overriding security on a restricted station. My team and I will just head out there.
The UDL gunship is undocking from the station.
Nice, delicate improvisation.
Heck yeah.
I ought to try talking more and fighting less. Seems like it saves on ammunition. That ain't no fun.
Whatever does the job.
Also, I was about to say, who the heck are those two? And I'm like, oh, it's our characters. It's just they're wearing.
Yeah, when you're cloaked, they're cloaked.
Yep.
I hate my brain sometimes.
What's that?
Cause my brain just did the when I move you move song, but when I push move to cloaked.
Alright, cloaking device is losing power rapidly, so let's hurry up here. Alright, messages.
There you go.
Of course morale is low. You gave these PhD tanks of nuclear scrambling gas and no warm bodies to test it on. What do you think would happen? They can test on each other all they want, but no one lays a hand on my squad. I'm installing safeguards in case anyone challenges that creek from Kimball. You asked me to reach out. I'm doing so. Something I missed with the team. How's their morale? They're committed to the project. Subject, bedtime story. What? One RHPS fan, James A. Miles here. It was a boring conversation anyway. Once upon a time, there was a princess who trained to be a soldier. While the other princesses got jobs at canneries and counting houses, the soldier squinted down her sights at the firing range and made sure she hit the target every time. Then one day, a not very nice man offered her a job at an ivory tower, far, far away from the kingdom. The princess could provide for her ailing father, her lovely child, and her goofball husband, but she would have to stay locked in the tower until the doctors could find a way out. Once she thought better of her choices, the princess applied for early dismissal, but no one listened at the end. I love you, Angelica. Maybe you can write me a better ending. Give your father a hug and tell him I'm sorry for missing another birthday. Aww.
Aww.
Alright, security routines. Nothing there I can use. Okay. And hey, if the cloak goes off, that just means we can shoot stuff.
Yep.
What the?
Oh yeah, good luck with that.
What is that?
That will kill you.
Is the floor electrified?
Yes.
Just a
Get the
small
rubber
amount.
boots, you're fine.
There was that locked door down there as well.
Yeah, but it was red, so I don't think he can go through it.
Yeah.
Yep. Anything else I can do here? No.
Nope.
Okay, so what am I missing? What was an area I wasn't able to access before that I can now? Yeah, the mech's here, but this door is barred. Maybe farther back here. This is restricted.
Oh, before I forget,
Here we go.
come on, Brian, you can do it. Oh.
Code key card. Blank UDL, blank here is important to use. Code version. Messages. Transfer vessel was dispatched to HRS 1084. I've taken the liberty of upgrading the sensitive materials containment rating of this asset, which means you are permitted to leave with company-branded consumables, but all personal effects must be left behind. Do not interfere with the tanks. A cleanup crew will dispose of all exhausted assets at a time. Anyone who requires ethical correction therapy can speak to a space or care facility. Personal files. Note on Guthrie J. James is gone and he never said goodbye. He kept telling himself that he wanted me to remember him as he was outside of the tank, or maybe he was just as bad at goodbyes. When I saw what was left to him, I wanted to airlock everyone who let it happen. You could have said something, James. We were never short on time. Nothing's keeping me here now. The bits aren't worth it. I've requested a transfer. I got the impression I'm not the only one. Oh, somebody died and they really cared about them.
Aww.
Emperor Seth, hey, just got in. What's going on? We are looting a space station and claiming it for some faction. And we've already discouraged some security personnel from boarding because we're awesome.
Indeed.
Kimball thinks there'll be trouble once the docks run out of warm bodies. If James was around, I know he'd set her straight. Now that he's gone, maybe I could use some convincing too. She showed up next to my bunk last night, said that if anything happened to her, her password was her daughter's name. Hope it never comes to that. Ah, safe. Yoink.
Is it really safe if we're able to take everything out of it?
What was that?
Is it really safe if we're able to take everything out of it?
I mean, it's safe. It's safe for other people, not for me. Let's go recharge. Oh god, it's over encumbered. Must
Oopsie.
Get out of restricted area to reset cloaking device. Good thing the automatic sensors haven't detected I'm not supposed to be here.
It's the honor system. Just you're restricted. Don't go in.
No, this is just the side quest, not the DLC.
Yeah, no, we'll probably get to the DLC, probably the beginning of it later tonight, but otherwise, we're doing side quests today. Here we go. Ah. Maintenance tunnels.
The classic Deus Ex.
I'm going to start dumping a lot of the extra guns and everything like that, because we're never going to use them.
Yeah.
Wait, did this put us... Oh. Pff. Never mind, it just led us back to where we already were.
Oopsie.
Alright, so what are we missing here? Also, you might as well just go on the ship and unload what we got while I try to figure this out.
That's probably a good idea.
Screw the honor system, my loot needs me! Alright, let's start dumping stuff that we know we're not going to be using. Yep. Let's, break down. Let's see, we're not going to use this. We're keeping the toss ball stick, it's essential. We're not going to need the Super Security Blade Hyper. Deadeye Assault Rifle, we're not using that. The Needler versus the Mind Control. We're keeping the Mind Control Ray.
I mean, okay.
Are you saying we shouldn't keep the Mind Control Ray?
No, I'm just saying you should keep all the science weapons just because it's cool, but okay.
Bolter Pistol. Stun Baton. Pro Tossball Blocker, gotta keep that. Tossball stuff is essential, we gotta hang on to those.
I mean, they might be worth some money someday.
Ooh. This is an inferior tossball one, although looks like it does poison damage or something like that. Yeah, we'll keep that separate. Assault Rifle Ultra, Flamethrower we'll keep. Armor. Another helmet with goggles. Leather armor. Get you low pressure armor. Standard troop armor. Anti-riot gear. One-handed melee. There we go. Repair our stuff. Boom. At some point we should probably tinker with our guns and try to add improvements to them.
Something.
Yeah.
Did we cover T Elite's post super chat?
Which one?
I don't think so.
All right. Guess what? We have a super chat from T Elite. Also, this week I finished Star Wars: The Ronin, so I can get into the High Republic marathon in the book club.
Nice.
Oh, there you go.
Very
Ronin,
nice.
my God, is there a what was it? A college dropout in the Star Wars universe? Anybody? Anybody?
I'm fucking leaving, dude. You're the worst.
Anybody?
I feel like I should shoot these things just so something will happen.
I feel like you should shoot Lotus Prince, honestly.
I mean, that's a regular feeling anyway.
Do you get my sweet multilingual joke?
Yeah, I'll see you Thursday. I'm leaving. Bye.
I don't get what's even happening.
He thinks he's funny, Xandrew.
Oh, no. You're one word off.
He knows.
I know I'm funny.
Yeah, he knows.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ! I'm out of here.
All right, so the electrified floor is the room we have to go in. Do we have rubber boots or something? How do we get in there?
Also, for the record,
it's the mystery that I will not tell you.
Yeah, for the record, in Japanese, Ronin can also legitimately mean
we gotta pick this.
college dropout. It's like a colloquial term.
Hey.
Yep. Oh.
The first manga I ever read was Love Hina, of all things in the world, and they used that word a lot, so I actually started to associate it with that meaning rather than, like, the wandering warrior.
There you go.
Personal files. Mama Bear. Kimball came by asking if any of the docs have been around. I told her what I know. It's been quiet to ask Alpha. She walked off with a Springer step. Okay, weird. Then she requisited a UDL Electro Floor 3000 for my checkpoint. I created concussion mines. Guess she didn't believe me. She prayed for war. Acting like she knows something the rest of us don't. Seems specifically uncomfortable around the dock. Was there another one? Nope, that was the only one. Oop. Gotta grab the stogies.
Good job, you fixed it.
You need hacking in order to get in. That seems bad.
You'll be fine.
No, for other players, we put points in hacking. Other people may not have.
I mean, that's fair.
I suppose that means that, like, you just don't... It's a side quest, so it's not essential.
Yeah.
Yo, I did a run of the Outer Worlds where all I did was put all of my skill in talking and hacking, and it got me so far, man. You don't even know.
Yeah. I always try to do that if I ever play an RPG that has things like that. Like I did it in System Shock 2, I did it in Deus Ex. Like, it takes you... Well, you can't hack your social skills in Deus Ex unless it's Human Revolution, but, like, that stuff takes you a long way.
Yeah. Lights.
Yeah, no, like, no lie, like, I did a Fallout, what was it, a Fallout 3 Game of the Year edition run with just that, with, like, just speaking. I got out of so many fights, you have no idea.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, it's the same thing with, like, Dungeons and Dragons. Like, I really enjoy the conversational aspect of it, just to see what can happen.
There's a dude in a jar!
I noticed.
Okay.
Subject condition is dire. Make sure resuscitation devices are in hand upon arrival. Please hold on, Claire. We almost had it this time. I swear we'll bring you back. Oh, dear. This might be an issue. Also, cloaking device is going to fail soon here. Subject should not be revived until a method for stabilizing condition is found. Alright, let me reset the cloaking device real quick.
What a useful ability.
Oh, TLE did another one.
By the way, the Ronin novel is a 14-year-old trans boy Jedi Twi'lek who at one point asked the main characters if they happened to have hormones on board. Really appreciating the second read of the book. Nice.
Oh, well, I guess my chat window cracked or something because I saw that he made a super chat, but I didn't see the actual super chat, so I guess I'm refreshing.
I don't know. It's been super... Well, there's your way into there. It's been super weird. Like, apparently, like, since it's borked, I don't know if... Because it's borked on my side, too, because I can't really see it, like, the chat very much.
All the time, though. Like, the chat window just, like, stops progressing, and I don't realize it until somebody else reads something that I can't see. I'm like, oh, I guess I gotta refresh now. It's really annoying.
Oh, fair enough.
Hey, look, a clone of the Emperor.
I didn't think about that. I was like, is it Snoke?
Snow-Coca-Cola. I'm so happy that she made that joke, by the way, my wife.
Some will need extensive nuclear resequencing or any chance of viable special like this. James, we'll come back for you all and fix this, I swear.
That sounds like they're not actually going to fix it, but you do you, pal.
That sounds to me like they really want to fix it, and then things screwed up. Things went badly here.
Things went sideways. It was not fun.
Security routines, modify system access protocols, insert sublight override cartridge. Good. Continue. Return to root. Project summary.
Things went tits up.
Goal: further the chimeric sciences via the targeted modification of human nuclein using strands obtained from halcyon, native fauna, also raptidon. From redact subject. It's come to my attention that a culture of distrust has soured relations between HRS 1084's research staff and security personnel. Many of you submitted requests for an early dismissal. To the research staff, the importance of your work supersedes any interpersonal conflict. To our security personnel, there will be no early dismissal. You also notice that your employment contract has no set end date. We can enjoy a discussion of morale and its impact on success metrics once the question of humanity's place in the Halcyon colony is answered. In the meantime, get back to work.
Wow, rude.
Logs. It was a runaway resequencing shift. We almost lost Charlie. Once it started, it kept going, spreading beyond the isolated tissue to a full-blown systemic infiltration. He said it was like every organ was itchy. I told him we'd ice him, freeze him until we could work out how to reverse what had gone wrong. Every time Laura walked by, she rubbed my shoulders and asked me to take a different reading. They didn't need to be taken. It was just to keep my mind occupied. She's been checking on me every hour since. Sidekick Nick 4. Assuming you had one, what was your headcanon for Snoke's backstory pre-Rise of Skywalker? Just some asshole Sith.
Yeah, I literally thought he was the other one after, because, like, I just thought, like, because I never believed that freaking Palpatine followed the rule of 2. I never believed that. I thought he was another Sith Lord that was just hiding in the shadows to take over after Palpatine.
I just thought he was a screwball.
I mean, I don't know what I don't know what backstory would be satisfying for him, because he just shows up there, and unless it was revealed that he was like Luke's secret child or some crap like that, and even then I would be like, yeah,
just a guy in like an evening robe, like.
Yeah, he's just some asshole. He's just some Sith asshole because some Sith asshole always comes along, whereas Kylo actually had a story and interesting stuff about him, and conflicting conflicting pulls, and him choosing, no, I'm going to be an evil asshole. I wanted him to just become the Emperor, or not really the Emperor, but like the Supreme Commander. Versus and Snoke just like got in his way. Snoke is just a means to an end. He's a plot device rather than an actual character. Yeah.
Although I will say the best part about Rise of Skywalker, other than it not existing, is the Snoke-Cola thing, but other than that, the rest of it was trash.
That was huge, but it's just like, hey, did you know? And then they just move on.
Right? That's what I mean. Like, that was the only good part of that movie.
I would say the best part for me was seeing the Emperor like strapped him in all that crazy machinery, because it just looked like concept art. It just looked pretty cool.
It did. I like that the Emperor recited the old line of the dark side of the Force grants you powers, things that are that someone would consider unnatural. That is creepy. That was a good repetition. It was a good quote. It was a good reference. But he should not have been the main villain. No. He should have been there, and then Kylo like sucks the Force out of him or something.
Yes, that would have been so cool.
Like, I would have even been down for, like, yes, you have accomplished all the plans that I wanted, all the things that I planned to do, and then Kylo just kills him.
Yeah, just like it did Snoke, why not?
Right?
The attempted rehabilitation redemption of Kylo Ren is one of the most annoying parts of Rise of Skywalker.
Yep. We had to put Claire on ice today. She and the others drew straws. Claire lost. The change was slower this time. At first, the resequence stayed within normal parameters, but then it spread again, just like with Charlie. Tom reached out to my handler directly. I need some answers. I wonder how Guthrie's doing. Here's sympathy music from under his door. James. This log is being entered by Dr. Fall. I had to prescribe Dr. Chartrand enough sedatives to knock out a primal. Yesterday morning, Dr. Guthrie and I drew straws to decide which of us would be the next test subject. He pulled the short one. No new developments. After all our sacrifices, it still feels like we're miles away from a breakthrough. Ava hasn't forgiven herself for the losses. Maybe some time away from HRS 1084 will clear her mind. The board confirmed receipt of my report and transmitted our recall notice. We're just awaiting transport. I wish we could take some time away from the project to clear our heads, but we're not even close to that point. Jesus, what are they doing here? Benjamin Hall, I wanted Snoke to be a giant. Me too! Like, yeah, I would have been okay with Snoke if he had just been, like, huge. Because that would have been different.
I didn't realize that was, like, a hologram thing at first, and then you finally meet him in the next movie. He's just, like I said, he's just a guy in a bathrobe and a chair, like, watching TV.
Like,
oh, okay.
Yeah, like, in Force Awakens, when you see him as a freaking hologram, like, I really thought he was just gonna be some giant, like, alien species that we had never seen before.
Yeah, that blew my mind, and then they just, like, didn't.
And then, yeah, as soon as it turned out he wasn't a giant, I lost all interest in him as a character.
He was just a guy in a room.
Davis Smolka, speaking of Sith, any opinion on... Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, the only cool thing, even though it felt like a fan-servicey moment, because The Last Jedi had lots of fan-servicey moments, but I appreciate that the Royal Guards actually did something.
Indeed, I love their fight.
Fair.
People try to point out, like, oh, sword fighting experts, say this fight is bad, or they drop their thing for it. You don't notice that. You don't notice that.
Well, it's not even that. Like the thing that I really like about the new duology Sith, like the lightsaber fights. It looks like they're messy because most of these people have never handled a lightsaber before. Like, Finn has never had a lightsaber, so like when he fights in The Force Awakens, like that should be a messy fight because he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I'll point out that sword fighting experts would complain about every sword fight in every movie ever because an actual sword fight is supposed to be either a one-hit kill or the first guy misses and the second guy counters and kills him. Sword fights do not last long.
Yeah, no, they do not. That's why it's fiction, people.
Yeah.
If you want an accurate sword fight, watch a fucking Kurosawa movie.
Yeah, if you're paying if you're paying that close attention to stuff going on in the background, then you weren't paying attention to what was actually important in the scene. Which, is a sign that maybe something is failing, but I was fully invested in that point, and I was so happy to hear like Rey roaring in anger, during the fight. That was good. I was invested. Anyway.
Yeah.
Also, speaking of Sith, any opinion of Star Wars: The Acolyte? I liked The Acolyte. I didn't think it was super great or anything, but I liked the villain in that. I thought the overall story was good.
I haven't seen it, but I hear Abigail Thorne is in it, so.
Yeah, she's basically a background character.
Yeah, fair enough.
I think she gets 1 or 2 lines, but otherwise, yeah. It's just a disappointment that, like, we're not going to get a second season to follow up on this stuff, because I thought there was potential for growth.
Yeah, and Noel told me that Skeleton Crew is, like, the weird shit you want in Star Wars, so I'm really looking forward to watching that.
Yeah, I'm going to watch that eventually, but I tend to be doing these marathon things where I watch them while I'm editing other stuff. Anyway, this log is being entered by Dr. Fall. I already did that. Anyone hasn't forgiven himself for the losses? Maybe some time away. Okay, so clearly some bad stuff happened here. What were they testing on things that were infecting people and killing them?
Well, I mean, we saw Raptidon, so are they trying to, like, splice Raptidon DNA on these people? I don't know.
Are you excited for Andor Season 2? Yes, I am, because Andor was phenomenal. Anyway.
I still gotta watch that.
You should. It's very good. The pacing is very slow, especially in the start.
Fair enough.
But once it gets going, and you are fully into it.
Nice.
Transmission begins. Is anyone listening on this frequency? Who is this? I am the project lead of 1084. I wanted Station 1084. You have orders to maintain wireless silence until a mission end state is achieved. Executive override password antediluvian. What can I do for you, Doctor? The board told me they would deliver my queries about our transcription problems on the Cornelius Vanderbilt. Where are we with that? I'm afraid I can't provide an updated status at this time, Doctor. The assault cruiser should have arrived on Earth by now. My query was addressed to the Chimerical Research Department at George de Hevesy Institute in Budapest. One of my associates will reach out when we have an update. When? Weren't you in contact with the assault cruiser? What happened out there? Station 1084, misuse channels a fireable offense as abusing your executive override. Save in case of emergency. Damn it, this is an emergency and courage.
Okay, so apparently something bad happened and they didn't take it seriously?
They either didn't take it seriously or this was their goal.
Yeah. What about that other door? Is that... Oh, no, you can't go through that door. Okay.
Also to mention something from earlier, I didn't really have much time to have a preconception of what Snoke was because I watched The Force Awakens like 2 days before I watched
Last Jedi?
The Last Jedi, and then watched Rise of Skywalker 2 days after that.
Yeah, but you saw The Force Awakens before The Last Jedi. I'm assuming you're like, oh, that's the bad guy.
Yeah.
And then you saw the bad guy, and he was like an eighth of his size.
My friends did ask me if I had any theories about him when I was between watching The Force Awakens and Last Jedi, and I was like, or whatever it's called, before watching before watching 7 and 8, between watching 7 and 8, my joke there was, I think he's a Sneeple.
I don't know what that means.
A Sneeple? Is that what you just said?
Yes, I think he's a Sneeple.
Amazing.
And then after I watched the film 8, they asked me again what my opinion was, and I said, "So he's gold? So he's gold member?"
Yeah, he kind of is, honestly.
I did not expect gold member being a villain in Star Wars.
Where he just sits there and then dies. Like, oh, okay, well.
Also, like, my theory on, like, the reason why Snoke was a huge hologram was probably a callback to, like, Revenge of the Empire, I think.
I mean, they communicate with holograms before, no big deal. I was just disappointed that, like, that was a hologram, and he made himself look bigger than he really was, which seems like something you shouldn't need to do if you are actually as strong as you claim to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, Benjamin Hall says, any of you have opinions on Moon Knight, especially Jed McKay's take on the character?
I've only seen the first 2 episodes of Moon Knight, which I really should get back to, but I enjoyed it for the brief bits I saw.
Oh my god, Moon Knight is so good.
I have finally watched, like, the first episode of Moon Knight, and yeah, it's not bad.
And T Elite says, speaking of the Acolyte, Bernetra Rowe, the Green Jedi Master, is the partial focus of my High Republic marathon because suddenly her species is 100+ years. What?
Star Wars lore, man, it's a hell of a drug.
There's a character who appears who should not be alive, but they're apparently like hundreds of years old.
Yeah. Anyway, I gotta go do some stuff, but it was cool hanging out with you guys for like an hour.
It's all good. I'm just selling everything because I realized, you know what, we're never gonna eat any of this stuff. It's just dead weight.
Yeah, just sell it. It's fine, because then you could use bits to get like upgrades and shit.
Exactly.
All right, have a good night, chat. Bye.
Good night.
Possibly see you on Thursday.
All right, yeah, I'll see you on Thursday.
I'm gonna watch some of the Star Wars shows on Disney Plus eventually.
The shows are apparently where it's at because I could not stomach that sequel trilogy.
I just will probably not watch the Book of Boba Fett because Boba Fett is like the character I care about the least in Star Wars.
Book of Boba Fett is Mandalorian season 2.5.
Yeah, like Boba Fett is a character who like is carried entirely by his sweet-looking armor. Like, he wasn't a character unless you started reading the books. He just, like, didn't exist unless you started reading the books. He was just that guy. You're like, ooh, what's this guy's deal? Ooh, interesting. And that's all he was in the first 3 movies.
Yeah, but because of my not watching Star Wars until I was much older in life, my opinion was, when I saw Boba Fett was, so why is he wearing Vile's armor from Mega Man X?
Oh, you know what's funny is in Mega Man X, do you know what Vile is called in the Japanese version?
Lava.
Yeah, it's so on the nose.
Oh.
And Michael Scambati says, Linkara, do you miss funny Joker like Hamill instead of edgelord philosopher like Ledger? And especially Phoenix's both Joker films made me sick.
Yeah, I miss just funny Joker.
And RSJ says, doing things.
Also, I did not like the 2 Joker films at all. I haven't seen the second one, but I've seen bits and pieces of it.
I didn't bother watching.
The few bits and pieces I've seen of Joker 2 just makes me not want to ever watch it.
I just don't care. It's just like, oh, the Joker. Have you heard of the Joker? Did you know he's the most famous Batman villain? It's like, yeah, you keep fucking milking him. We could do someone else.
Benjamin Hall, what about Moon Knight as a character in the comics?
I have not read any Moon Knight comics, honestly, so I know nothing about them.
So, like, the only thing about Moon Knight...
Sorry, go ahead.
The only thing about Moon Knight in the comics I know is that he briefly dated Peter Parker off-panel.
To be fair, yeah, Heath Ledger was still funny. Yes, he was. He did actually tell jokes.
Yeah,
I will grant that.
Like, warped. But,
anyway.
Like, even if the Joaquin Phoenix Joker's movies were brilliant, it's just like, enough with the Joker. Like, I don't care.
Well done, Captain.
They said science in suspension tank. Some might still be alive.
I heard about that. While my lawyers scratch their heads wondering how we deal with human salvage, I'm leaving the researchers in hibernation. Aside from the automated security, did you meet any resistance at the station? I knew it. They've been shadowing us since Monarch, maybe even longer. I've been less than honest with you. Your assignments weren't strictly about the salvage business. You might have figured that out already.
But I only care about the salvage business. Beargas says the people couldn't have been a coincidence. It's about your cloak and dagger warnings.
That's right. Up until now, I've kept you in the dark for your protection, and more importantly, mine. But I'd like to think we've earned each other's trust. After the Monarch job, I started connecting the dots. I didn't like the picture. Then what we found at Station 1084 confirmed my fears. You and I have stumbled onto something big. Something none of us were meant to know.
Truth about the human tailbone? You had my interest. Now you have my attention.
It's called the coccyx. That's the big secret.
My interest. Now you have my attention.
Glad to know it, Captain. Ask yourself why a skeleton crew was studying that Alta Vitae gas in secret. Ask yourself why stockpiles were hidden on a planet full of monsters.
No.
I'm guessing you have an idea?
Before we go any further, I want you to keep an open mind. Can you do that for me, Captain?
Guess that depends on what we're talking about.
You call that an open mind? All right. Here goes. Aliens. I'm talking about aliens. They're the ones responsible for the deaths.
Whoa, wait. Aliens in an outer space game? Perish the thought.
That does feel weird to bring up. Can you believe there are aliens? It's like, do you know what game you're in?
Aliens.
I'm saying it's aliens.
Oh, that's cute.
I'm not asking you to like it. I'm not even asking you to believe it. But I need to act on this threat to the colony, and I can't do it alone.
This doesn't feel at all right, Captain. Right. I'm done. I'm officially tuning you out until such time as I hear the words payment and or shooting.
The crew is skeptical. That's good. I don't want you walking into the unknown.
Always ask questions.
I assume you have questions.
Yeah, what meds are you on?
A few.
We're gonna see this through. I'll need your trust. And
technically, there are aliens.
The time for setting doubts aside.
You say aliens? What are we talking about here?
And Benjamin Hall says, "I missed the Romero Joker."
Carried out with the help of human collaborators.
The Romero Joker was good.
Replaced. This is an invasion of our very cells. That damned gas is mixing our nucleon with halcyon biology to twist us, change us, make us more like those monsters on Monarch.
I joined someone so I can do crimes, not save humanity. That little green bastards must pay.
It's just like the Sauron and Peter Parker conversation. Like, I don't want to save humanity. I want to do crimes.
I want to turn people into dinosaurs.
Yes, it's the most comic book line in the world.
Yep. I haven't seen any evidence of aliens.
No kidding. That's how they want it.
Oh, well, good.
When I lined up the evidence in my spreadsheet,
The absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence.
This is my data talking, not my anxiety or lack of sleep.
Right.
How do you know I'm not an alien spy on a mission to silence you?
Ooh,
I say that, she's gonna start shooting at me.
Oh my god.
What the hell?
We could test it. I don't know. That sounds like a fun thing to do.
How do you know I'm not an alien spy on a mission to silence you?
Sharing my findings took a calculated risk. If you were a spy, I doubt you'd even realize it. Only your cells would know.
Well, that's comforting. We're coming to get you, Lilia.
Oh my god, please. Come on, let's be a little chaotic tonight.
Oh. Why not?
Tobias, get my knife. The big one. That was a joke. Ha ha. We each get one. Now, back to business.
We each get one. I really don't know what to make of this, Lilia.
If you don't believe me, go pay a visit to the puppet master who's working against her own
Need some
kind. Dr. Chartrand
right now.
is the psychopath behind the gas experiments. She sold out her species. Now I need you to put a bullet through her skull.
Why does Dr. Chartrand need to die?
She's a research scientist and a damn good one. Before UDL poached her, she engineered a 0.2% increase in cystipig juiciness.
Ew.
Now she's doing the same thing with humanity. Her fingerprints were all over Station 1084. You saw what she did to her team.
Have you considered the possibility of maybe it's just capitalism? That maybe they were experimenting on people because they're amoral sociopaths who just want money? And who don't give a damn?
Do we get the last couple of super chats?
I don't think we did.
Benjamin Hall, tinfoil, anyone?
Yeah, just, I mean, real.
T-Elite. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. So, T-Elite says, I don't really have an issue of Veronetra being in the Acolyte 100 years after her book appearances. It's just weird that suddenly her species has a longer lifespan than people assumed.
Yeah, they are corpo jerk. Yeah,
I've cracked the code.
We're believing
figured out these shadow organizations. By the way, the way to actually combat aliens is to buy this DVD, as Volume 1 is now available once again from the Kunaki store. I tried to pin it in the chat, but unfortunately it's not working. You can, of course, go to the community page for a link to it, or to the AtopTheFourthWall.com website. Just go down to store, buy DVDs via PayPal. Hey, get a copy of Winter of '83 if you're stuck inside at this moment. But anyway, aliens. Your concern for the fate of our species is admirable.
You've got me all wrong. I just want to add savior of humanity to my resume.
Oh my god.
I've got ambitions outside of this
Sweet as she had.
Besides, this way Sublight gets first dibs on alien salvage.
Okay, I appreciate that she's like, yeah, I believe in aliens are conquering everything, but I'm not here to save the species. I really just want the credit. That's different. That I will grant you that. That's unique. Last I passed her, it didn't seem that evil.
Do you usually come across innocent people trapped in suspension tanks? Because some of us would call that excessive. Remember, the tanks were just the shit she left behind. Just imagine the experiments she carted off to her next lab.
Sounds messy, but I'll take the job. Where does Chartrand fit in your alien
Far beyond theories. Chartrand's logs, the gas, the suspension tanks. How much proof do you need? Wake up, Captain. An invasion needs collaborators working from the shadows. She has access to the board, unlimited funds, and a colony full of sheep.
One RHPS fan, having read Nightfall, I saw Bane in a poster for Batman and Robin. I was hyped. Then I saw the movie, and seeing Bane as a mindless henchman pissed me off. As well it should. Anyway, sounds messy, but I'll take the job.
This key card will get you through the front door of her Byzantium estate. Don't ask how I got it. You might not like the answer.
I'm going to talk with her and ask what the deal is.
Knows what you're doing. Don't trust anything Chartrand says. She's compromised down to the bone. Maybe even deeper than that.
Okay, whatever you say, crazy lady.
Man, I was not expecting this for this quest. We're just salvage experts. We're not here to fight aliens.
RHPS fan says, having read...
I did that one. I did that one.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
I just...
What can I do for you?
Oh god, I forgot about these.
It's trade.
Have a look.
What do you got? Keep picking up ammo. Always important to get ammo.
Linkara, I want to test something. Can you send me the link of to where you need, where people can get the DVD or the cover and stuff like that, or both?
Sure. 1 second here. I still have the link. I still have the window open here. It's in the group chat.
Okay, I'm gonna copy paste it and put it in here and see if this works. And then can I pin this? I cannot pin it.
Yeah, I think only administrator can do that. There we go. See, now the button is working for you for showing up as reporter block. Let me post it again myself and see if I can pin it now.
All right.
Nope.
Oh, no, I thought that was gonna work.
It's not even coming up as a link in mine. That's weird.
And yet somehow I'm able to click to it. What the heck? I'm able to get to the thing.
Oh, you know what?
What?
For some reason, it's not on my proper account. 1 second.
What?
Oh, you know what?
Wait, Linkara, for the love of God, are you on a different account?
Yeah, like sometimes Google generate a few different accounts for me for some reason. I have no idea why. It's still my name. But like for some reason he wasn't on. Like for some reason it was, you know, when I clicked the link to the actual thing, it wasn't on Atop the Fourth Wall. It was not there.
Oh my god.
Although for some reason, now that I'm logged, switched over to that account, it's not loading the chat.
What is even happening?
Cool.
No, Linkara. Cruel is what this is. Oh god, who remembers a long time ago when like when Google and YouTube became a thing that the accounts got combined?
This is confusing is what this is, but the important thing is we still have space things to do.
Yeet.
Emperor Seth says Cole Aidman punches an alien. Welcome to, pulls out a card, Monarch.
Welcome to Monarch. Alright, what else can I buy here? I was hoping to buy some, like, more hacking tools, but I don't think they sell them here. Oh, well. Yeah, so that's weird.
Very weird.
Yeah, the chat window isn't showing up on the Atop the Fourth Wall account.
What the heck?
Because Google, like, auto-generated a Lewis Lovehog account for me. I don't use it for anything because why would it? It's just, I would, if people see me commenting, it should just go to me. But for some reason, it was switched off of that. It's not like I'm trying to hide anything either, because like, people know it's my name. I'm just so confused. I didn't even remember I had that. I have an AT4W gaming account because someday I would actually like to start up a proper gaming channel. I'm so confused.
No, better yet.
And why does that one work and this one doesn't?
You gonna do all sorts of Dark Souls games on your gaming channel?
I've never played a single Dark Souls game.
No, Linkara. You are so lost!
I mean, I have like 4 YouTube accounts right now.
I start up a new window.
Yeah, I have one.
I have my main channel. I have Eliza GWR Plays. I have a secret account that's for a secret project I'm working on.
Okay, now I got the window working.
Yay!
First try.
Yeah, I reloaded the link and everything like that. Like, switch account. What accounts do I have? I have that account. I have an account that is actually my parents' account. I don't know why I have access to that. I have the Atop Fourth Wall account. I have a Lewis Lovehog account, and I have the AT4W Gaming. God, Google is weird. And I think I only have access to my parents' account because we were testing live streaming stuff with them.
Yeah, there you go.
I've done plenty of smuggling runs. This thing with the chemicals is bold.
As soon as I have my secret project closer to being done, I'm going to make the secret account more... I'm going to make the secret account visible to people.
You know, now that you bring up like different accounts and stuff like that, I might do an account just so that I can upload like some old VODs of Twitch channel videos I've done.
That's what my Plays channel is for on YouTube. It's for all my Twitch VODs.
Oh, there you go.
No, this is the City in the Stars. We're not doing that. Yes, it switches over to the main quest. We don't care about the main quest right now.
We do not care about main quest.
Yeah, sorry, lady. We'll come back later.
Oh,
Did we finally deliver the poster?
Yeah, we delivered the poster.
We delivered...
That was the last thing we did last week.
Yes, yes.
We flew here for nothing!
Lady sees you. Hey, it's about time. Let's finally finish the... Hey, where are you going? No, don't do the side quests!
Sorry, I've got an important thing I gotta do. Gotta kill a person who has aliens.
No!
Yes, I am heavily excited for the Superman movie. It has Crypto, the good boy, in it.
Crypto, the super dog.
I'm not interested.
That's fair.
Really?
I do not give a shit. Like, it's probably going to be the best Superman product in a while. I don't care.
Understandable.
Okay, these aren't doors, never mind.
I think the movies I wanted to watch were from last year, so I think I'm pretty content right now. Well, I mean, I still need to watch the Sonic 3 movie, so...
Yeah, I was gonna say that the most interested I've been in a movie in like a year has been John Wick 4 and Sonic 3, and I have seen neither of them.
You should see John Wick 4. It's very good.
You should see Sonic 3.
Good,
It
but
is
it's also like
amazing.
2.5 hours long. It's like, fuck off. This isn't Lord of the Rings.
It's a good conclusion to everything.
You should really watch Sonic 3. It is freaking amazing.
I didn't care about Sonic 1 or 2. Hopefully 3 can stand alone as long as I played Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah. Also, a movie that I think is really good and more people should watch that came out towards the end of last year. Wicked. Watch Wicked. Everyone go watch Wicked.
One RHPS fan got the perfect theme song for the stream, State of Confusion by the Kinks. This is the world we live. I know it's not the Kinks version, but yeah. Land of Confusion is what I'm singing.
Oh, there you go. I don't even know what I'm saying. I don't even know the songs, so there we go. But yeah, the movies I looked forward to and I'm pretty satisfied with. Let's see, what were those films? Was it Frozen Empire that came out this year, or was it 2023?
I want to say 2023.
Yeah, okay. It doesn't feel quite as recent.
No, actually, I think it was 2024. Mind you, I haven't seen it yet myself, so I would not know.
Oh, there you go.
I read the book. I'm good. Speaks too soon. I don't know if it's a reference to something, but hey, can you help me with this? What was it?
All I can say is kill it with fire.
Lotus.
What?
It's hard to tell with you, Lotus, if you're actually serious or not.
No, for once, I'm serious. Is this a reference to something?
Watch Winter of '83.
Watch Winter of '83, man.
Oh no, I was a fool.
That's how they get you.
I'm gonna get more Adreno because I use these.
I have made no secret of my being a massive Oz nerd in addition to being a massive X-Men nerd. And local Oz nerd says Wicked is the best Oz movie she's ever seen.
That's cool. I read the book. I'm good.
So much to buy from the vending machines.
Indeed.
Most of it ammo and hacking tools.
Well, how else are we going to do our looting job? Come
exactly.
on.
These are essential supplies. Thank God for vending machines.
Thank God for vending machines to help us hack.
Also, I like this city. It's very pretty. Pity we have to murder someone here. Well,
yeah.
we don't. I'm going to talk with them because this sounds insane. I mean, if it turns out they're really an alien, then you'll egg on my face, but still.
Those homes, I bet we could have rebuilt Stellar Bay. The whole damn thing.
Yeah, let's see. There was Ghostbusters, Frozen Empire. Was Godzilla X Kong New Empire also last year? And Transformers.
Transformers 1 was last year.
Yeah, those were like the 3 films I wanted to watch at theaters, and I'm so glad I did. An addition that I liked, and I'm understandable that nobody else likes it, Red 1. I enjoyed it fine. It wasn't a great movie, but like I still had fun.
There were 2 movies I wanted to see in theaters last year, and I got to see them both in theaters, plus like 3 extra movies. I wanted to see Deadpool and Wolverine in theaters.
Oh, I did see that in theaters, yeah.
Because it's freaking Deadpool and Wolverine.
Huh.
That's fair.
And I wanted to see Sonic 3.
I received a message that an author was looking through the files of my Cascadia terminal. Maybe some marauder with 2 firing brain cells, maybe not. Hope whoever it is understands that the sacrifice made of Monarch should serve a higher purpose. One day we shall all have us attained a new state of being. Humanity may forgive my sins.
That was best.
Maybe it is aliens! Or maybe she thinks it's aliens. My worst mission confirmed, HRS 1084 was ransacked. Who knows what became of my suspension tanks, my team. As usual, my handlers on board are no help until I deliver results. They can replicate patch and disperse in general. They don't only silence and obedience for the likes of me. Circuits were hardly optimal. The primary circuit of your labs, political instability pulled Cascadia out from under me. Some combination of cavity or paranoia, soured HRS 1084. Perhaps my home and steadfast by then will offer the retreat I need. I miss working alongside colleagues. I know that I hardly deserve the ones I so enjoyed, the ones I lost. Work continues isolation and loneliness, perhaps as it should. The first extraterrestrials!
What?
Ever since our species became aware of itself, we imposed our superiority on the worlds we touched. Colonialism worked for a time. Rolo's trick didn't work on Halcyon, did it? Now we are the ones who must be a force, bow to a force greater than ourselves. We are the ones who must adapt. Update, wine makes me too introspective, perhaps I'll balance it out with vodka.
Nice.
Interesting.
Like that deep thought, oh, I should stop drinking.
But yeah, Frozen Empire and New Empire are available to watch on Netflix, so if anybody has that and want to check out those films, go for it.
Yeah, my issue is that, like, I just don't feel like getting off my ass and going to the theater. And usually when I go to the theater, I like going with friends, and that's, like, less and less likely now because of differing work schedules.
Yeah,
I'm usually not a person to go to the theater, but Zen's been giving me to go to the theater more often.
Yeah, if somebody asks me to go, I'll probably go. I just, like, don't feel like making a point of it.
What are you doing here? How did you even get inside?
Through the door. The door that was open.
Your alien mind tricks won't fool me! Let's get to the good part. Lily Hagen sent me to kill you. I'm the one asking questions.
Hagen? I've never heard of her. Is she from the board? Damn it. I knew this would happen.
Lilia runs Sublight Salvage and Groundbreaker. Good boss with a live wire. Why would the board want you dead? Cut the distractions. All about the aliens. Cut the distractions. I know all about the alien conspiracy.
I just love the unhinged options you could choose.
But if you didn't know that, I'm guessing they didn't send you.
The effort they put into killing their own people. They ought to redirect that toward, I don't know, actually helping out once in a while.
I always assumed they would put a bullet in my head one of these days. I don't know anyone named Hagen.
You know, I'm gonna call it now. I'm gonna say Hagen might be the alien trying to trick us.
Certainly possible.
That would be interesting.
That's a gentlemanly way of putting it, Captain. She's obsessed with aliens.
This is utter nonsense. I've never even been to Groundbreaker.
You went to Cascadia and Station 24. I know all of your dirty secrets.
What happened to the team?
Your dirty secrets.
Tell me you didn't move their suspension tanks.
Sublight took over the lab. Your human aquariums are probably just office decor.
Small consolation. My team, the finest minds of their generation, reduced to salvage.
What were they trying to prove by experimenting on themselves?
We were trying to prove that the colony could survive the crisis bearing down on us.
What crisis?
What are you doing, Doctor? This information is beyond classified.
You can write me up in your report. It hardly matters. I'm researching a new way to feed the colony. The crops we transplanted from Earth don't give us the nutrients we need. Our colonists might not realize it yet, but they're starving.
So I mean, this is all about vegetables?
Our produce might get us through the day, but we're getting weaker as a species. And sicker.
Is that why everyone in Edgewater was so sick? Not a plague, but vegetables?
The lack of usable nutrients is compromising our immune systems. Under these conditions, even the common cold could seem like a plague. The food we grow here barely sustains human life. The colony won't last under these conditions. So, the board let me approach the problem from a different angle. I believed that I could adapt humans to live on Halcyon's terms. That I could change us. Give us the ability to derive sustenance from the nutrients the food does.
It's the goddamn air zone solution, except with more noble goals.
Oh
God. Advances adamantium rage.
Turning us into alien fish people, except in this case, they're turning us into like alien vegetable eaters.
Oh God, they're turning. Oh God, that's a fate worse than death, honestly.
Hold on, what about the aliens?
Look around. We're the only intelligent aliens in Halcyon.
Told you, there are technically aliens here.
All you have to show for lateral preserved colleagues.
I know. I was there. Thomas was the first to take the gas. A simple test, he said. I told him not to, but he insisted. We learned a lot from his autopsy. Enough that we could try it on each other and know when to stop. No one else died. I must find a cure so his sacrifice isn't in vain.
Surprised I didn't have more support from the board.
There are other teams. We didn't want to experiment on human test subjects, so we used the only resources we had. Each other. I'm desperate. I've already asked all the best institutes on Earth for help. Years ago, we sent a message out on the Cornelius Vanderbilt, but heard nothing back.
Is the Cornelius Vanderbilt the assault cruiser patrolling house yet?
It's been missing for over 2 years now. They never re-established contact after the skip to Earth. Of course, the board is keeping that under wraps.
How'd you lose half a pair of ships like it were a sock?
That ain't a shock. Board folks will lie to their own mothers if it preserves their paychecks.
The board is uneasy about letting the colony know, seeing as half of their military force vanished without a trace.
Conspiracy. It looks like I found a cover-up instead. There's only one boat in their neck. Boot in their neck. If the board authority is vulnerable, then a crisis waiting to unfold. Lilia sent me after a conspiracy, but it looks like I found a cover-up instead.
I'd prefer if you didn't use my name when you talk about this. My contract has a list of very terrible consequences for breaking secrecy.
Very terrible.
The board wants to adapt the entire population of Halcyon?
Once we can replicate a success, the board will move to rewire our nucleon. With any luck, our next generation will be eating and thriving off Halcyon crops.
You really think the board got our best interests at heart? I mean, they say, but I'm just not sure.
It's a corporation, so without looking into it, no.
People are people, and ought to stay the way they were born. They start trying to tinker with my blood, I'll bury them.
We haven't made enough strides to advance the plan. Hardly any at all. But we have to keep trying.
Enough talk. Where do we go from here?
You came to kill me. I assume that's still on the table. Please don't.
I'm not gonna kill you. That's stupid.
There's no one who can reproduce our
I do like that other dialogue option, though. Cool story, bro. Anyway, I'm here to kill you.
And we'll be no closer to a solution that feeds the colony.
We're the board of a plan to save. I'll leave you be. Parati, how do you think we should handle this? Nyoko, what would you do in my shoes? I don't know if I want her to work with Phineas either. Parvati, how do you think we should handle it? Because Parvati has our moral compass, I think.
Seems like she's trying to help, Captain. Honest help. Ain't many in the colony doing that. We should let her try.
I hope you know what you're doing, Captain. I leave it in your hands.
Nyoko, what would you do in my shoes?
Look, cold-blooded murder ain't easy on my spirits. But this, all this research, all these experiments, it's wrong. It's all void damn wrong.
Everything I did was for the good of the colony. Consider that.
Famous last words.
The greater good. The greater good.
I don't want to work with the board. I don't trust the board. Phineas, working with Phineas, I think, is our best option here.
Yeah.
The one on the wanted posters? They say he's an anarchist. A madman, a butcher. I'll do it.
Amazing.
What choice do I have, Commander?
I don't think much convincing. In the future, try to stay with...
Go ahead.
So there really is no alien conspiracy?
Yeah, I wanted aliens.
Alien conspiracy? No. What? Did you hit your head on your way in or something? I need to get out of here. Phineas can contact me when he's ready to.
Alien conspiracy? Are you an idiot? 15,000
XP.
XP.
And head somewhere discreet.
Not so fast. Captain, what you just learned is beyond your clearance. Hell, it's beyond mine. Give me one reason why I should let you walk out of here alive.
Because if you don't, you won't walk out if you're alive.
I was just going to say, like, I'm a video game protag with upgrades. If you don't let me walk out of here, you're going to hit the floor so fast it'll make your head spin.
What if I give you 3,110 reasons?
That'll do, sucker. Now move along. The dog has
Calls
a
you
lot
sucker
of
to your
work ahead of
face.
her, tidying up and such.
This is a video game. You're not getting that money back. Haha.
Really? Because I can just sell more crap.
Pretty much, yeah.
Actually, there's aliens all over the place. I mean, there's 3 in this elevator.
You
right
know
now.
what they mean. We got we got pedantry and frickin' And nitpickers abound.
We're reviewers!
I know! Benjamin Hall, you read any of the Convergence tie-ins? Yes, I did. I loved a lot of the Convergence tie-ins.
Okay, I forget. Okay, Linkara, you have faced robots, monsters from different dimensions, but have you ever encountered aliens before?
I mean, there was...
The parasites, the slugs.
We did fight in Red Dead Redemption, we did fight there was that alien spaceship.
Well, no, I mean like in your storyline.
In my storyline?
Yeah.
You know, I don't, well, yeah, no.
Well, what about the, oh, for God's sake, the arc you were working on forever, that, the Contest of Champions, like, I guess it was interdimensional, but that has to sort of count, right?
Yeah, like Pylo!
Yeah. Also, RHPS fan says, you can live, your lymphocytes are important to us.
All I could say is that, Linkara, if you ever do the Alien franchise again, just pray you don't have to fight xenomorphs.
Yeah. Do. Well, it's Predator, sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just get Predator's little throwing disc and it's free.
Does the Boldly Flee technically count? You know, Turl was an alien.
You know what? There you go.
Good point. Yeah, he was John Travolta, so yeah.
Yeah.
John Travolta was definitely an alien.
Did you notice he had 6 fingers? What?
Was it on his left hand, though?
I
think it was on both hands, but yeah.
I think it was both. I know the reference you're making, but I think it was both.
Oh, okay.
What about your Star Trek comic review?
Oh, yeah, that's right! The Borsoth, right?
Oh, yeah, I did fight the Borsoth, didn't I?
Yeah, okay.
God, I've been doing this show for 16 years. I forget things.
It's okay, I forgot.
Talking elves?
Okay, so we can put this on your roster. You have fought aliens, you have fought robots, you have fought ghosts, gods, and like demons. I want to say you fought demons.
Ghosts, gods, aliens, and trucks.
Wait, you fought a truck?
I'm quoting the theme song.
I know, I'm just making a joke.
Oh, Lilia's gonna be mad there aren't any aliens.
Is it done?
Spoke to Chartran. I'm not gonna kill her.
Well, damn. Contractor grew a conscience. As your employer, I'm both angry and disappointed. I'll add that to your file. Technically, I owe you an exit interview. Care to justify your betrayal of our species?
Damn.
I'll be finished here.
Well, at least get a letter of referral. What an asshole.
Picard, do you even watch your own show? There's a lot. There's 780 episodes of my show. You can forget things. Still haven't fought an angel. This summer, Linkara versus Truck-kun. You're crazy. I'm not killing someone to feed your paranoia. Do I at least get a letter of referral? You misunderstood charges. You should especially have chance of survival in Halcyon.
You're awfully quick to trust someone who offed her colleagues and called it a good start. Out of my office. We're done.
You think maybe she's got an itchy trigger finger? I don't want to find out.
I like her, Captain. Let's go before we have to paint this office with her blood.
Oh my.
I think we covered this, but that one a-hole says, does Lord Vice count as an alien?
Yeah, alternate universe human.
What about Pylo?
Oh wait, no, we didn't cover it. We mentioned
Star-Crossed Troopers.
One of the champions.
Solution Vital. We're going to show medical auto mechanicals yet to arrive. Slaughterhouse Clive. Security of Saltunas making a killing operating the planet's last remaining Bourse factory. Sublight wants to take the self-proclaimed Bourse king of Monarch's profits for themselves. You hired you to get rid of him. Didn't remove that quest from Sublight. Weapons from the Void. While exploring an abandoned Rizzo laboratory, you found a powerful weapon, the Mind Control Ray. You know, we have the Mind Control Ray. Let's see if we can find out about it. Well, we got a half hour left.
Yeah,
Soundwave.
That.
Yes, Soundwave is an alien, but has Linkara fought Soundwave? Actually, better question. Does Linkara want to fight Soundwave?
I would like to be best friends with Soundwave.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think Soundwave is superior.
Lewis, have you seen the figure that they made of Megatron, Starscream, Bumblebee, and Optimus Prime?
What did they make?
They made, waifu figurines of Megatron, Starscream, Bumblebee, and Optimus Prime.
Well, of course they did, because when I looked at when I looked at Megatron and Optimus Prime, my first thought was, man, I wish these had boobs.
And the Starscream one is hot. The Starscream one is hot.
Isn't there technically already a female Starscream via like Transformers Animated?
I don't. I'm just gonna fly. I'm gonna fly someplace to do sciencey things. What am I looking for here? Journal.
The Elite says, because someone just asked on the fan art challenge, I posted a theoric title card. It's meant to be a what if, theoretical. It's meant to be a what if Linkara review, a story I wish I could patron, not an official one.
I just want to interject with one thing. Stupid sexy Starscream.
Hi, Zed.
Tommy says, has Linkara ever fought a goose, like an irritable goose?
I don't believe so. Which one is Halcyon?
Oh, geez, I don't know.
Blitzcream, that's her name. Thank you.
Yeah, look at all these names. Tartarus, Scylla, Hephaestus. It's like very on the nose.
Is it on Aerodine?
Oh, the entire system is Halcyon. Okay, so where do I go to continue this then? Hawthorne's terminal for... Okay, so... Hawthorne, so yeah.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
I got to talk.
I have lots of minutes. Many
Lots of minutes.
Unlimited minutes, perhaps. Providing an adequate power source, I can function indefinitely.
Tell me about Captain Hawthorne.
I require a captain to pilot the ship. Without an identified captain or crew, I serve no purpose. As you may be aware, Captain Alex Hawthorne was a smuggler of some repute. I failed to predict the likely outcome of his reckless behavioral patterns. I should have predicted that. In our travels together, Alex liked to pass time by, as he called it, tinkering to improve my design.
Alright, real quick, Mega Bob says the whole system is Halcyon, and it's on the ship.
Yes, so yeah, I will go and investigate. Maybe in my quarters, there's like something there about it. Here we go. Messages for Cole Aidman from Jay Tennyson. Parvati, I don't do this ever, so here it goes. There's this engine scene, and it hums real nice, like a box of cats with mice. I shouldn't be reading the love letters.
Oh, dear.
God.
They're just professing their love.
I want to read the love letters about the space lesbians.
Alright, logs. Shrink ray!
I'm sorry, what?
Note to self, remember this later. No better. Ada, remind me weekly to check this log until I tell you to stop. Yes, I mean continually. No, Ada, not if I'm dead. Why would you even ask me that? Back to my point, I saw in actuality within my own eyes a blinding powerful weapon in Wells' lab, just sitting there for the taking. If the gray hair were to look away or forget about it, maybe, but if I had asked about a stitch... I want the shrink ray.
Yes.
Call the shrink ray wouldn't let me test that claim after I lost my temper. Said he was inspired to create the thing by the achievements of other scientists who dare to push the boundaries of human knowledge and decency laws. I had heard rumors of fantastical weapons like this one, weapons that push the boundaries of the mind and science's cutting edge, but I figured they were just stories, to be honest. Laying eyes on Wells' shrink ray firsthand is enough to make a fellow wonder if there's more to the rumors. More to be had. That one a-hole, according to the theme song, will Linkara fight Amazons in the future? Will you ever do top 10 favorite DS9 episodes or Voyager favorite Star Trek character? I don't know what my favorite Star Trek character overall is. Probably, maybe Garrick, Sisko. As for fighting Amazon's future, technically I did back in the Amazon's Attack review. As for top 10 favorite DS9 or Voyager episodes, maybe. I just did overall Star Trek at the time, and as far as I recall, that list has not really changed. I enjoyed episodes of Modern Trek, but nothing has cracked into the top 15 for me. Hammer power. Let's see. Last time I got sloshed, it was imbibing the lost hope in the Groundbreaker. Look, Udon was really free with the drinks. He seems like an okay fellow. I shamelessly but subtly eavesdrop on two Mardets yammering on about a mad scientist some years back who claimed he made a huge discovery that would change the fate of the colony. Like none of us ever heard that one before. But here's the good part. The Mardet said the mad scientist kept yelling about the hammer's power or something similar. A strange weapon with a special power created by a crazy lab coat? Sure, fits the bill. Could be another one of those weapons that inspired Wells. Interesting. Black market leads. Why don't Will just give me the shrink ray to me? Blast him to the depths of the labyrinth on Tartarus and back. Let the record show, I did apologize for shouting him down 5 times, but Architect be damned, it's just sitting there, neglected and gathered. Just, I want it. I want the shrink ray. I would have commandeered and thanked him without asking me permission or breaking expensive equipment when he said it wasn't ready yet, and that even if it were, it couldn't trust someone like me. What does that even mean, I ask? That I'm not trustworthy? That I'd use it to wipe out the good, hardworking folks of Colony like some sort of moralist psycho? I'll admit to maintaining some questionable associations, but I follow a strict code of me, myself, and mine. What's not to respect in that? Exactly. Now, I have to wait until Wells forgets or thinks he's misplaced it. In the meanwhile, I've been tracking down additional rumors pertaining to others of these science weapons throughout Halcyon. If gossip holds true, my next step will be to check with the black market merchants in the Groundbreaker and in Fallbrook.
Our HPS fan says, awesome, you could be Dr. Shrinker.
Alright, acquire Phineas's weapon.
Isn't that a Birdman
Mega Timmy
reference,
Tommy
or...
says, I heard Shrink Ray and imagined Fallout the Minish Cap. Get side quests from rats. They talk like the Skaven. You know, I was imagining Duke Nukem 3D.
The funny thing is, I only know what the Skaven are thanks to my girlfriend Lil.
I've heard the term before, I think from her, but I don't know what they are.
I'm going for the Shrink Ray. I'm going for that Shrink Ray.
Because Warhammer's much bigger in the UK than it is here in the US.
Yeah, I don't follow Warhammer. Like, I know like 3 things about it.
The only things I know about it are that there's a great race called the Skaven, and all the stuff I've learned about orcs.
Yeah, I was gonna mention orcs, Grimdark, Blood for the Blood God. That's about as far as I go.
More DACA.
I don't know what that is.
Blood for the Blood God is from Warhammer?
Yeah.
Yes!
Oh, that comic.
Find the target, point, shoot. The target will shrink down into a manageable size, whereupon you may commence beating them to a pulp. Feel free to try it on a marauder sometime.
Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Do you have a thing for science weapons yet? I'm upping our science just in case.
That's probably a good idea.
Actually, we should just give a lot of points to science. Everything else is getting boosted.
Oh yeah, you know what? I also forgot. Despite Doom, I think, making the term more popular, I think Space Marine comes from Warhammer.
Actually, I think Space Marine originally comes from the writer of Starship Troopers.
Okay, fair enough. Oh, what is his name? It's not Heinlein. It's the freaking Scientology guy, L. Ron Hubbard. That one a-hole says, if you were a Transformer, Autobot or Decepticon, what kind of vehicle? What species in Star Trek? Favorite all-time Star Trek show?
1 second.
I was gonna say I'll answer like one of those questions.
If I was a Transformer, I'd be a Maximal.
Ooh, nice.
Those are the Autobot, like, beasts.
Yeah, the Descendants. They became they're the descendants of the Autobots. They became the Maximals.
Okay.
And as for my transform state, I would choose to turn into a cat.
Oh, and Cooper Ross says Starship Troopers is Heinlein. Okay, my mistake. And Mega Timmy Tommy says, you think in the sequel we'll meet Phineas' brother Ferb? Oh yeah, I saw you post that earlier.
I don't know. I like Soundwave so much. I'd probably want to just be like a tape deck and just like a dude that shoots other dudes out.
And then all Generation Beta will be like, what the hell are you?
So basically, you'd just be Transformers Pokemon Master.
Yeah.
The Groundbreaker.
I've already done this, but like, if I was a Transformer, Autobot, and I'd be a school bus because I'll be taking you to school of pain.
Hey Zen, if you could be a Transformer, would you be an Autobot, Predacon, Maximal, or Decepticon?
Whatever one a bunny is.
Maximal.
Maximal.
Or Predacon.
Predacon I don't see having a bunny.
Have you not seen the Holy Grail?
I mean, fair enough.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, but I'm not the Holy Grail bunny. I'm gonna say that right now.
He's a rabbit.
Just a rabbit.
Look at the boards!
I mean,
also, I have a shrink ray and I'm eager to test it.
It's easy for me to ask Zen questions because she's sitting right next to me.
There you go.
I'm just not on today because I'm feeling eh.
I'm sorry.
Understandable.
You could be can I be a train that turns into a robot guy like a balloon animal? El Waffle Jr., we'll get your super chat in a minute here.
I blame Blaine Trinity for making me sick.
It's almost time.
I can understand that.
Episode of the Chairman's Children. Care to listen with me?
I want to ask you something else.
What do you want then? My hard-earned wisdom?
What is it you do here?
Imagine groundbreaking outside the board's control.
That's right, dearie. The only independent station in the colony. That's us.
El Waffle Jr., the stream will surely cheer me up after I had to put my 6-year-old dog down due to brain tumors. Oh, I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry.
Right here.
If it makes you feel any better, we have acquired a shrink ray. And right now, we're trying to find out more info about science weapons.
You know, I don't think it's a good idea to shrink Ray. He already has enough stuff happening to him in those Ghostbuster films.
Oh my god. Who's Mr. Junlei?
Chief Junlei Tennyson. Used to be she was chief engineer before.
He had a whole ass deleted plot line.
She's neck deep in the ship guts by day, slap fighting with the board by night.
You'd be able to handle the board well enough.
Hold on. You already met her. What are you asking me about her for?
I'm curious what you think of her.
Bit straight-laced for my tastes, but that's just her nature. She's fierce, too. A fighter. And between you and me, I think the fight's starting to wear on her.
How do you mean?
The board can't abide a community that won't bend to its will.
The leads to the science weapons are something you buy from her and a shopkeep in Fallbrook. Okay, so I will... buy something from her.
For this week's magazine club meeting.
Let's see what we got.
Won a charming copper kettle off that girl who runs the pub. She's a fierce arm wrestler.
Alright.
I actually just remembered this one Transformers Fusor toy that was like half elephant, half orca.
Battered market data pad. There's mad at security patrols. Most deals with simple fine dust-ups between the crews of Wildcat freighters and corporate haulers. 2 entries have been marked for actual review. August 7th, 2034. Respond to a code ID10T at the Lost Hope. Ha! You guys know what an ID10T is, right?
No.
Well, I mean, just visually, idiot.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god, that's brilliant.
Vera asked us to bounce some Back Bay rat that got himself soaked in Spectrum Red. Drunken fool got into a scuffle with one of the engineer Tennyson's people. We tossed the rung leech back down to the bays. Asshole fought us the entire way, telling us we'd be sorry once he controlled the Hammer's power. This is some new Hammersmith marketing stunt I'm complaining to Sanita. October 25th, had another run-in with the rung leech from the Lost Hope. Don't know how the uppity piker crawled out of the back bays without us noticing. Locked himself in the repair bay off docking slip 13 and refused to come out. Kept raving about the weapon's chaotic beauty or some crap while we were trying to talk him out. Had to break Shaw off when our shift ended. Haul heads gotta come out eventually. Interesting. What else we got here? Archive cartridge. I don't know what that is. Probably some other quest. Thank you, madam. View the Hephaestus mining archive on Hawthorne's terminal. Also, always got to be buying stuff. Because why not? Always good to be to keep in supply.
Captain Avenger says, why is Soundwave always hungry? There's a rumble in his tummy. It's actually not bad.
That's good.
Soundwave stomach superior.
I've seen the Japan only seasons, but I kind of wish that, like, we got a new Beast era series of Transformers.
I talked about this before. They need, in my opinion, they need some radical reinvention of it in the same way that Beast Wars was. Something different from the usual, Autobot and Decepticon fight. Maybe going back to the Beast era might be fun.
What I would personally like is more Transformers animated, because that so far has been my top.
To be fair, animated was a really good show, but I would like to see a series that's set around the time of the Great Upgrade.
That might be fun, yeah.
Or at least
actually really interesting to explore. Yeah.
Like, the thing I liked about Animated was that it redid and changed roles around, so it was not something I was familiar with, even though I knew all the tropes. And, I mean, I've only seen Season 1, and I love it, so...
Dunsparce is the greatest Pokemon?
No, it's Dunsparce is better.
Okay, Dunsparce is just more Dunsparce, which is just amazing.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Alright, Hephaestus Mining Archive cartridge. Captain Harris said something called the Rearranger that left before we discovered the damn thing doesn't work. Only thing it rearranges the number of bits on Harris's cart. Looks like some strange tech or weapon. Maybe a scientist can make something of it. Only a science major could make sense of this thing. Result number 2. Doc Caulfield wouldn't save Lem. Now I gotta arrest Harris for his murder. Confiscated that weapon he used to store it in Birdie's office for now. Figure the least the super slice really can do it to fill out the forms for whatever that damn thing is. Don't know how I'm gonna detain Harris. Not like we got prison cells in this rock. Let's see. The prison causes blunt force trauma. Weapon unknown. Take a good whack on the noggin. The facial area to be precise about it. It's all twisted up too. Nose is 5 times too big. Ah, the Rearranger. Interesting.
Rearranger,
go. What was this? Oh, Sentry Saber. Let's see. Yeah. Acquire the science weapon on Ground Barrier. Science weapons on Scylla. Alright, we're in Groundbreaker anyway, so let's acquire that weapon. I don't know what we're going to do with it, because I feel like the Shrink Ray is really all we really want. But hey, why not? Maddox McGee, why did you create Winter of '83? Every year for April Fool's Day, I try to do a video in the style of another content creator. If it's an Atop the Fourth Wall episode, it's a straight-up review. Standard Atop the Wall episode, but like done in another reviewer style. Usually focusing on like bad horror movies, because I have fun with that. But for Winter of '83, I'm really into analog horror. So I decided, well, instead of trying to ape a particular analog horror, try to do like something do a particular creators, I'm going to do my own take on analog horror in general. And if people like it, then great. If not, oh well, it was an only April Fool's Day video. And I really enjoyed it and had a good time with it, and I want to do more like it because it was actually pretty successful.
And Captain Avenger says, if Soundwave became a Micromaster, would that make him a Microwave? And Daniel Brandt says, IDW made a Beast Wars comic in 2021, got canceled prematurely, and only lasted 17 issues.
And it was amazing. The fact that it only lasted 17 issues because of the whole Hasbro raising the price of the license to try and get IDW to pay more, and IDW said, no, we're not paying more.
Lame.
Leading to that amazing comic ending. Annoys the heck out of me. Like,
how do I get over there?
Has been having nothing but controversies for over 2 years.
Summer of '84. I'm hoping to do a Winter of '83 sequel at some point, but I want to do something else in between that I have all the audio for. I just need to actually put it together and assemble and do all the other stuff associated with it. Let me tell you something. That thing right there that's been sitting here for the last year or two, that's part of the of the next horror thing.
Ooh, nice.
It's just it fell by the wayside as everything else went to crap. And my actual regular show takes priority. Where am I going to get to this thing? Because I can't access it this way.
The heck? Yeah, what the heck?
That one a-hole says, favorite... Oh, okay, this was a continuation of the other thing, because it's like 4 questions, but... Favorite Star Trek show?
DS9. DS9.
What species from Star Trek would you want to be?
Human.
If you could... Yeah, that's what I would have said. If you could, what superpower would you want to have?
Telekinesis. It's very versatile.
And favorite horror franchise?
Favorite horror franchise? Probably Nightmare on Elm Street, honestly.
I do like Nightmare, and I also like the first 2 Hellraiser movies and nothing else from that series. But those first 2 are real bangers.
They are, though I think there are more bangers in the rest of this franchise, especially the Hulu one. You should check that out.
You know what? Okay, yeah, the new one I heard was actually quite good.
If I had to choose what superpower I could have, I would want to have the superpower to give everyone the body they wish they had.
I would like flight because I want to be able to get places and fly, but failing that, I would like to get rid of any health issues that people have.
Like, being able to give people the bodies that they desire is just the power that I would love to have.
Getting rid of health issues would make me not health issues.
I've gotten used to having a butt ton of health issues.
I don't want to be used to it. It's been a long time.
My body hates me.
See any way of getting around?
I mean, can you climb up a ladder or no?
I cannot. At least I couldn't climb there.
Now that's a thought. I think I know the answer to this. Do you think that Blade Trinity is better as a vampire film or worse than in Morbius? Like, better or worse as a vampire film?
Ooh.
Better as a vampire film, worse as a comic book film?
Morbius is laughably bad, but I had fun watching it.
Yeah.
Try.
But Morbius isn't really a vampire film when you think about it.
It's a film about a vampire, but it's not a vampire film.
Ignore me!
It's Morbid time.
I love, by the way, that like Morbius is not his villain name. Like his name is actually Morbius.
Yep. Michael Morbius.
That's so goofy.
It's so goofy.
Whatever I want.
Yeah, I honestly think that Morbius is more entertaining, so it's not as bad as Blade Trinity.
Yeah?
It's the Blade Trinity is the worst vampire film I've seen.
Ooh, we got to trap the shrink ray.
Stop killing them before I can shrink them!
Everyone's dead.
I noticed.
Mega Bob says climb on the left bunk beds from wherever you were.
Yep.
Can you shrink the corpses?
Nope.
Oh, yeah, that's a good question. It's a fair question.
And that increased your reputation with the board, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's another thought. Morbius is just an individually a bad movie, but it doesn't retroactively hurt previous films.
If the sequel to Winter Raid 3 got you millions of views, would you make a series out of it? I don't know if I could make a series out of it, but at the very least, I'd be very happy with millions of views because that would mean a lot of money.
And Zen, you talk about retroactive, but do you remember the stinger at the end of Morbius where Michael Keaton Vulture shows up and he's like, "We're thinking of making a team."
Yeah, but you can
fucking what?
You can mostly ignore that. I mean, like, it's in its own thing. It doesn't hurt Homecoming the same way that Blade Trinity hurts the first two films, and with what they do with Whistler. That actively harms a movie that I love.
And they did that solely because they couldn't get the rights to use Elsa Bloodstone.
So, like, that to me, I think makes it worse.
Okay, so I'd climb on some bunk beds.
Do you think it's canon that Blade has CGIs?
Yeah, it could be even worse. Did you see the werewolf stinger at the end? I didn't see
what, Blade Trinity?
Blade Trinity, yeah. There was.
If I did, I forgot. I haven't seen it in like over a decade.
It wasn't in the theatrical cut, but they had a stinger put of Ryan Reynolds fighting werewolves, and it was not good.
Technically,
I guess I was not aware of that because I only caught it on TV.
It's not just any werewolf he faces at the end stinger. It's Werewolf by Night.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, I have no. I mean, I only saw it on TV, and Zen said it's not in the theatrical cut, so maybe that's why I don't know about it.
It's in the deleted scenes from the.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I've never seen that.
Yeah, it's in the deleted scenes, and they had planned 3 spin-offs for Blade Trinity.
Imagine spinning off, like, starting from Blade Trinity instead of, like, a good Blade movie. Like, this is the one. Blade Trinity is the one.
Okay, they said to climb on the bunk beds.
I believe you were able to get up there. I just don't remember how.
Blade 2 was so sick, though. I love that movie.
Blade 2 is great. I like.
Linkara, Mega Bob says on the left. Oh, okay. Yeah, it looks like you found it.
I think I found it.
Blade 1 and 2 are fantastic. I have a slight problem with two things in Blade 2, but they aren't enough to make me hate the film.
Ha ha! Look at it! It's tiny!
I have a lot more fun with Blade 2.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that.
Magnificent.
Those fight scenes are fucking nuts.
Blade 1 is a better film. Blade 2 is a better, like, entertaining action.
Also, can I say Blade 2 does something that, like, shocking amounts of movies do not do, which is a guy interrupts his own speech to get, like, a cheap shot. It doesn't work, but, like, everybody lets everybody finish talking, and Ron Perlman just cut himself off. Like, she also said, "Ah!" just, like, takes a shot. Like, how come everybody doesn't do that?
Exactly. Like, I think Guillermo made
Prismatic
the best
Hammer
script and the best looking film, most entertaining action. So,
also, by the way, computer nerd is young Norman Reedus.
Yeah.
Hammer weapon with its rival company Pyramid Ballistics stole the plans, rushed its development, and beat them to market, all the while ridiculing Hammers with a marketing campaign about them having a hammer in their weapon line. Hammersmith executives demanded the ultimate hammer to be produced, but this prototype was so expensive that it never entered production. Ooh.
Oh.
It's a science hammer.
When a mega corporation does not put something into production, goddamn.
All right, log 1, discovery. I'm going to read these logs, and I think we're going to call it a night here. While rummaging through the back bays, I discovered a very old Hammersmith crate seemed to have been sealed for a very long time. A bit of elbow grease and determination pried it open, but I couldn't make heads or tails of my discovery. A prototype hammer. I didn't know Hammersmith actually made hammers, but I brought it to my lab for a closer look. How strangely it glows. The trail of its wake lingers even when my eyes are closed. I spent more time on the hammer. Its internal workings are a state-of-the-art. Thermal, electrical, and chemical systems all working in harmony. How is this even possible? The weapon is a breakthrough in circuitry and engineering, and many of its systems appear rigged against tampering. There's a curious energy signature swirling around the weapon, though I have yet to identify the source. The air tastes of copper, and I have lost several teeth. Oh, it's radioactive?
That can't be good.
I've had the most sublime prismatic dream since I invited the hammer into my bed chamber. Never mind that for now.
Good night, everybody.
You're not sleeping with it, are you, Ray?
Well, you know, the hammer is...
The hammer is my penis. There you go.
Oh, my God.
Never mind that for now. Good news first. The energy signature matches Blondiot's elusive N-rays, raising the hammer's elemental properties to 4. Shock, plasma, corrosion, and radiation. Now for the bad. In my attempts to neuter the self-destruct functionality, I inadvertently caused a small fire. The hammer's manual controls may never function again. Swinging it seems to be the only way of cycling through its elemental modes. I must take greater care with future experiments. Interesting. Hey, Ilnage, we're actually going to be wrapping up in a second here, but we're learning about science. And as a reminder, Ilnage's wonderful song, Spirit of the Season, is now for sale on his Bandcamp. There's a link to it in the on the community page. I should actually add that link to the actual episode itself. Anyway, Annihilation. Entry 4, I've taken the liberty of locking myself in the workshop. My tinkerings were all for naught. This is no prototype. I am simply too flawed to recognize its perfections. The hammer is a lesson, a symbol. It whispers to me that disorder rules all things. But with a little ambition, we can harness that power. Only by inflicting chaos upon others can we transmute disorder into harmony. And that is a lesson Halcyon is not ready to hear. Oh, is that why I kept getting sales in the last couple hours? Yep. I did a big promotion of it along with some other stuff going on. So yes, glad people are buying it from you, Nage.
It's a good song. It's a really good song.
It's a very good song. All right.
Also, Milner's illegitimate family member.
There you go. These logs sound like crazy E. Krieger and Archer. Oh, Krieger. It sends out Krieger waves. Anyway, we're calling it a night here. Keep an eye out in the next few days for the top 15 covers I didn't cover. Still working on that. Still working on that script. Otherwise, I want to thank my guest Crimson, who had to leave. Thank you, Eliza.
I will be streaming Resident Evil 6 this week. Please join us and commit self-torture.
It's bad. It's very bad.
Thank you also, Zen, there. Thank you, Lotus.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'll be streaming Resident Evil 4 Otome Edition tomorrow at 10 p.m. Eastern. The game's hysterical. I recommend you look into it. And I'll be continuing Phantasy Star 2 for patrons on Wednesday. And daily, I have been uploading Lies of P boss fights where I just melt them with a frozen feast weapon.
One HPS fan, good night, everyone. Indeed, and thank you, Xandru.
I will be back streaming this week, tomorrow, 1 p.m. Pacific time, Tuesday, 5 p.m. Pacific time, doing an art stream. I'm playing Infamous on Monday, art stream on Tuesday, and on Friday, 7 p.m., Yu-Gi-Oh! Community Night. I forgot what else I was going to say, but heck yeah.
All right, thank you all for coming out here. We'll be back next week with more of the Outer Worlds and our hunt for the science weapons. Good night, everybody.